watching Ayit TV, empowering you.
President Yoweri Museveni has addressed Parliament on the state of security in the country as a spate of murders and kidnaps have left a scar on the conscience of the nation. During the address, which was broadcast to the nation, the President informed lawmakers that after several meetings with the National Security Council, government and security agencies have adopted 9 measures to end crime.
Those who are doing bad things are endangering themselves. We shall crush them. They have eyes, they can't see. They have ears, they can't hear. They don't know that they are playing with something very, very dangerous.
The 9 measures include gun biometrics, electronic license plates for vehicles and motorcycles, prohibition of hooded jackets for motorists and registration of their helmets, establishment of a modern forensic laboratory, installation of CCTV cameras on major streets and roads, reviving 9-9 and flying squad units, use of drones, social media monitoring, and use of scanners by URA to monitor imports.
Criminals use the social media.
Yes, thank you very much. You are still watching HTV. That is President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, when he was actually giving a few of ways Uganda can get secure through technology, and the list of course was too long. You could forgive cutting a little bit, but that is what we're talking about today, how technology can solve insecurity. I am Sankara Berohanga. You're watching HTV and this is the Startup Talk. It runs every Tuesday 5 p.m. and here we host people and the talk is just about business, and for you that is planning to start a business, but also you who already started, and maybe share a few dynamics and see who you could actually learn from. What is so special about this week is it is Global Entrepreneurship Week, and we're looking at and celebrating entrepreneurship generally globally. Now today we are about to hear the entrepreneurship story of HomeScan Uganda Limited. It is the leading service provider of home and office security solutions in Mbarara and beyond. Let's do this, and when we come back we'll be rolling through the details of the show. Thank you.
You're watching Ayit TV, empowering you. Yes, it's time to surprise those planning to intrude into your property today with surveillance systems like CCTV cameras, spy cameras, hidden cameras, or biometric systems like fingerprint access, GPS car tracking systems, attendance and access control systems, intercom systems, entry point security systems, security alarm systems, and more. Have yours installed today by HomeScan Uganda Limited, the only tested and trusted providers of home or office security systems installation and maintenance in Mbarara and beyond. Call us on our hotlines today on 0485 444 107 or 0392 156 449 or mobile number 0774 227511.
Yes indeed, just like that last advert suggests, you can only get you can only get reliable security solutions from HomeScan Uganda Limited. That way, the same way that guy you see on your screen are surprised because maybe a camera is just shooting right into him. is the same way that thief or other robbery, gang is going to be surprised. And today, I am hosting a gentleman that is behind that enterprise for you, the HomeScan. We are hosting Mr. David. Thank you very much. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
You could say hi to the viewer.
Good evening, viewers.
Yes.
My name is Tumusiime David Katuruba, and I work with HomeScan Uganda Limited.
I like the last name. Previously when we are entering elections, is when Tibuhaburwa name came on board. Now this other last name, I personally have been used to David Tumusiime. This other name, you could actually repeat it.
Katuruba.
I'm telling you, it is the K factor of Uganda. We used to hear Chiza, Kainerugaba, Kaguta, all those names of K's becoming the big names of the land, and we are not surprised. You're a big name of the land when we talk tech for security. When we shared your flyer, some of the guys asked me, by the way, I've always wanted to know about this guy, the gentleman who just have been seeing you around and I've ever heard about you, and that one, this guy just seeing you for the first time. How would you define yourself? Who is David?
David Tumusiime Katuruba is born of Ankole, specifically Shema district.
Yes. Okay.
And that is Masheruka. Grew up here, started from here, and entrepreneuring from here. Yes.
Well, Shema. Well, I did my O-level from Bogonji Secondary School. All 4 years, so I enjoy the land. Though I least expected to have the Amin kind of bodybuilder gentleman from, we've grown up hearing those are horror kind of. But we are so glad to have you. Now, in the business side of it, we know you for HomeScan. In any case, HomeScan has moved, I'm sorry to say, more than you have. In terms of popularity, we know HomeScan, and I think that is very healthy. But a little bit of the story of HomeScan. How did HomeScan finally find ourselves in Barara with what you do?
Well, there is an interesting story how HomeScan started.
Yes.
That was 2015, and we had just had firstborn with my wife, and my wife was working and was working as well. So we wanted to monitor what happens at home, because we would leave that little baby with the maid. So we talked about it, and we thought of CCTV camera. And that quickly I acted, and we said let's have one at home. But I moved around Mbarara and we couldn't find any.
2015, as late as yesterday.
2015. So I moved to Kampala, and it was very expensive. So what I did, I had a friend of mine coming from US. I told him I need camera, I need a CCTV camera. It is very cheap here. So I sent him money, and he was able to purchase one on Amazon and came with it. So the interesting bit is that I installed it by myself without any technical knowledge on how to do it. I just followed the manual and did it by myself, and that was very interesting. So from that time I said, why can't I start this? There is no such service of kind here. So why can't I begin one?
We are going to pick right from there, but I want to first understand the David. Then you were working somewhere?
Yeah. Originally, I was working with the university, Mbara University.
Oh.
Yeah, in a research project. Yeah. And,
so you literally have no background in tech, kind of.
I did information technology.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but that did not like. For cameras, it was a new thing to me, because what we did in information technology was something else. Was networking, was computer, and all that. So we didn't go deep into security solutions like that, and it was a totally new device to me. It was a totally new technology to me by that time. But with that cause of the baby and everyone interested in how the baby welfare is at home,
yes,
we all got interested in that, and that's how that came into play. So yeah, it is interesting.
So
it is interesting.
Yeah, it is. Every other entrepreneur has a story behind how the idea evolved, and finally you get to start. Okay, so a few weeks later, you already agreed, and this CCTV is working perfectly. You're already now starting to think, I can bring this service here. There's always that story there.
We discovered a lot of things the first week after installation, because I was not sure that it's working even well. I followed the manual, put it in place, and then in the evening we came back and we watched what happened that day, that followed the next day, and it was very interesting. It was interesting to see what was happening.
Yes, while you are
behind, behind our back, and while we were away and all that. So that's why I picked interest. I said, I need to give this service
to the people. Let's look at the start, because now, yes, the idea is there. Maybe you're working, like you said. The starting of HomeScan, you know, there's always worry about the capital. Then, I mean, the real story one, the US friend now, did he help a bit? Okay, let's look at the initial investment, and yeah, we pick from there.
Well, after delivering the things to me and installing them and all that, now I started thinking, how can I give this service to people?
Yes.
Then the idea of a company came in. How do you register? Where are you going to get things from? And all that. So what happened is that I started searching. And I realized there's a friend of mine coming from China. I contacted him. I said, well, I need some cameras. How can I get them from China? He said, I'm coming, but I've already ordered. I cannot buy them right now. But I have a Chinese friend who we can contact and see how you can get them. So she shared the contact with me. She had a shop here. So I contacted that Chinese, I introduced myself, and I told her what I wanted and everything. And she was like, well, I always send a number of containers to Uganda. If you have any order, I can put it.
Wow.
I said, wow, this is a blessing. So I I gathered some money. That was my 2-month salary, and that could buy a starting.
Some of them, yes.
Yeah, starting items. So I was able to send. And then when I was sending, I didn't know what I was actually ordering, because she would ask, how about this? Because this goes with this goes with this goes with this. And to me, it was a learning platform.
Okay.
Yes.
So you also received those you had not,
Yeah, she said, this has to go with this has to go with this has to go with. So I said, okay, list for about 5 systems, then I see how much I need to pay. So she helped me a lot, and she put together the items, and she sent me a pro forma. Through a pro forma, I was able to afford that money. I was able to, and I sent her the money, she put in the container. I was patient enough to wait for about 2 months.
Oh,
2 months, yes. 2 months.
60 days.
Yeah, 60 days. And they were able to get here. I was able to pay taxes, and I received them. And through that, gave me another gear now to have to register a company, to have a starting point, to start looking for customers and all that.
Well, yes. I understand that would be a big story if we went into it, operations and all that. But what we know is HomeScan is standing, and the pictures you're now seeing on the screen, that is HomeScan for you. In case you're worried about the location, you may need to remember former Radio West, and then below what people call Star Times, just there you will be able to get these people. We're about to dive into more that they do, but this is going to be in a way of answering our question, because remember, like I told you, we're looking at tech solutions for insecurity. Before that, we again look at Museveni's case.
Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni hopes high-tech responses can disrupt criminal networks in the country. Mr. Museveni says the rise in the number of shootings needs to be addressed.
I have now issued the order in the subcommittee of the National Security Council that all the guns must be fingerprinted by firing each gun a number of times in controlled conditions to capture the fingerprints of each one of them. That will mean that if any legal gun in Uganda is used, we shall know which gun was used.
So President Museveni says motorcycles and vehicles will be installed with electronic trackers, and riders should have illuminated helmets.
Yes, that's Uganda, but all that is tech, and what we are worried about is insecurity. But entrepreneurs are there to solve problems, and insecurity is another problem. That is one way we could solve, and technology is there to do that. Now, before we proceed, technology, if you visit your dictionary, is going to have, it is going to involve using or employing scientific knowledge on solving some of these, a few problems, especially in industries. Now, security is just a state of feeling free from any threat or, attack or something like that. Here we have an expert of tech security, is Mr. David. In case you just joined in, he is the founder and, well, I don't know if that is the right the right title over there, but what I know is the gentleman behind HomeScan Uganda Limited. The systems I have seen around Mbarara, a few. I have seen GPS car tracking system. I have seen a few CCTV. Anyway, that's what I know. You're about to educate us on more other systems. I have seen them, and almost everyone, wherever you find CCTV, you find service and whatever from HomeScan. What's so unique about HomeScan? And anyway, what are other solutions, tech solutions for insecurity that we find at HomeScan?
Wow, there's a number of security solutions at HomeScan.
Yes.
We do CCTV cameras, we do access control, some biometrics, we do GPS tracking system, we do burglar or intruder alarm systems. We do a number of them. And the uniqueness is that we do research. This is security solution, but on top of that we do research. Yes, what does the community need? And if we find a solution, how do we prototype the solution? After that, what challenges they face after giving them a solution? So we do a lot of customer care. Yes, we need to know if we deploy the system, how is it working? Is the customer satisfied with the solution? If not, what can we change in that? What does he want? Yeah, I think that's the uniqueness.
That's with the uniqueness of HomeScan. Having understood that, now these are potential clients and they're interested. They have, of course, a few challenges with insecurity. Let's go ahead to describe more of these systems. We could look at the biometric, for example. If you don't mind, we could go into a little bit of technical on each system. You say, technology has this solution and this is how it works. We could break down a few of these tech solutions for insecurity.
Starting with maybe cameras. Right now, the situation right now is that you have your workplace, but you want to monitor what you left behind, and maybe your family or whichever project you're working on, you install cameras. That is not enough. You have installed cameras, they're in place. That means you have to go there and see what took place while you're away. But with that, we always put compliments. Say, well, if you're away, still you can monitor what is taking place when you're at your workplace. We mount it on the phone. So you're able to see what is taking place while you're working. Two is that we also do a survey and ascertain what kind of cameras you want. You want a full-time colored cameras. That means they're colored during the day and they're colored during the night, whether they have security lights or not. So we ascertain that and we give you the right solution. Two, you want to network different places. For example, you have a project here, you have another project in Kampala, you have another project in Nairobi. Do you want to network these? I
can be able to view all those on one device?
Yes, on one device, in the same platform.
Wow.
Yeah. So with that survey, we ascertain what kind of a solution you want. So with that, then we give you that package. Say, from what we have seen, you need this package.
This is what is going to work for you. So you study customer needs and
Yeah, true.
You run a shop, you have a home.
Yeah.
But you're also a head teacher at the other school.
Exactly.
So you interlink and one can monitor all those from the phone.
All those from the phone, the same platform.
Wow. That is for the cameras.
That is for the cameras.
Yes.
The same applies to GPS, for example. One wants to know how his or her vehicle moves. Yeah. Then the other one wants to know the fuel consumption. Maybe he has that business, maybe it's a transportation business, you want to know how much they consume. So with that, after doing a survey, that now for you want to know the fuel and then the management, the movement. We give you a GPS that is able to track the fuel, how much is in the tank, how much has been added, and the kilometers traveled vis-a-vis the consumption. Yeah, so we studied that. We studied that, and we're able to give you the right solution.
So you come to my company, and for you guys, for you people, gentlemen and ladies with companies, there's that I worked somewhere. I worked somewhere and I was given a vehicle to drop and pick stuff. And yeah, I would actually, you give me some money to buy fuel, 5 liters, and I would actually put 3 or 4 and have some chicken. That was at my level of 5 liters. But how about companies where you must refill 200 plus liters? Guys are chopping that money.
With that, HomeScan is with you.
And the gentleman here says you need to be secure. HomeScan has this solution, and we are discussing more of these systems. GPS tracking system. I'm told that there is a system you can even be able to monitor voices around your vehicle. Do you do that?
That's true. That's true. We do.
You can.
We do that. We do that.
There is also one that you stop. You are able to stop the vehicle.
Yeah.
On phone.
Yes. We do that. We do that. All that is through engagement with the customer. Yes. Because they have different
challenges.
Yes. And we solve them differently. Yeah, we have those speakers if you want to hear the voices, because different customers want to track different things. You want to hear the voices, still we give you the microphone, you're able to hear the voices within in the car when it was moving or when the station. When you want to track fuel, we also give you that. When you just want to track movement, we also give you that.
Oh, I wish we would do the technical side of it, but we won't give you the passwords. Just know the system, those systems exist, that you can own a vehicle, and from wherever you are, you're able to monitor what are those guys saying inside the vehicle. You're able to monitor and get to know that you have a vehicle, and in case you gave it to someone and wherever they are going is where you don't want that vehicle, you're able to stop. And also every other challenge around managing your fleet, the gentleman says there is that system in existence, and it is here in Barara at HomeScan. Yeah, let's roll into now other systems that you have.
Yeah, we have access control and attendance machines. Yes. For example, if you have so many workers and you want to know their performance, the time they get in and the time they get out, you need that machine, the attendance machine. You install it so that everyone who comes in has check-in, and when it's going away has check-out. So you're able to know their time they came in and the time they moved out. And that we assume that through that you're able to measure their performance. If I came in at maybe 8:30, I should have done measurable work. Yeah. And then when I'm checking out, if I'm supposed to check out, for example, at 6, and I check out maybe at 4, you know I've cheated you this time. Yeah, so that helps workers.
I think that can work also in schools.
Yeah, most especially in schools, and then factories as well, and other companies that have a huge number.
So with that, no need of
signing, because signing, anyone can sign on behalf of you
at any time.
At any time. Yeah, but this one you can't cheat it. It is
fingerprint.
It is fingerprint. and 2, it is real time. If you checked at 10, it is 10.
It is going to capture the time you put that. Wow, it's another big solution there. You need to know when so and so came in and when did they leave. That could help in very many other ways. Yes, let's roll.
Good. And on that we have a twin-one that does attendance at the same time access control. Access control, I mean you have an office, but you don't want everyone to access it at the same time or at different time. Yeah, you can have
it. Cards? I don't know.
Yeah, you can use a card, you can use a password, or you can use
a fingerprint.
You can use your fingerprint. Yes. So those who access it are authorized to access it. We have had a number of challenges through maybe the radio studios and TV studios and all that.
Yes.
During the politics season, and people just bumping and
you're on air and all of that.
Yeah, and able to air out a number of things that are not supposed to be aired on that radio and all that. So, as I think it was a directive from UCC that they should have that, and we have a number of TVs and radios implementing that, and I think it has really worked for them. Yeah, because to access the studio,
you must be authorized.
Have to be authorized.
So the functionalities of such a system, when you install it, you will capture me.
We capture the details of the management or the workers apparently working. If there is any change, you also train the top management how to go with the changes. If, for example, they change the manager, we capture how to delete the details of the manager and enroll the new manager. Or any worker, how to delete to the old worker and then enroll the new person that comes in. So we train on that. However, we found it a challenge. People are not used to technology and they always forget. So we always give that backup. If they have any change or any challenge, they call on us and help
there
them
is
out.
that real-time response.
Yes.
That's a very good one. That is access point systems for you. And there he says, in case you have a restricted area, no one should enter, then you can only capture details of those allowed to enter, and whenever I come, I will just press my finger and the door opens or something like that.
We also have the intruder alarm system. Yeah, we have had different categories of users. We have those with business, we have homes, we have different institutions having that in place. We have it in 2 categories. We have that gives you a notification in real time. For example, Mr. Sankara, your home is in Bushenyi, and you're working from Kampala, and you always want to know what goes into your house and what comes out without your notification or without your knowledge. So what happens is that we install that into the alarm system, and you can use your phone. You can use your phone to activate it and deactivate it. On top of that, if there is any burglar or any intrusion at a time that you have not authorized, it gives you a notification. You're able to know that there is an attack. If someone opened the door, someone opened the window, or someone is in my house and I don't have any
notification in terms of like a message on my phone.
Message on your phone, at the same time a call, a direct call.
Oh,
direct call. Because what happened is that in that device we put a SIM card. We put a SIM card, and through the GSM is able to give you a call, is able to give you a notification, a message.
Yes.
Yes.
So, that I think also works for if it's on the gate and I'm inside, sleeping. Is there any silent notification so that I could be able to notify maybe the...
At the gate we have a different solution. We call it Gate Intercom. It's a device that connects the gate with the house. We put a device at the gate and we put a screen in the house. So you're able to see who exactly is at the gate. If you're able to identify that person and you want to allow him in, then you can tell him the password. He puts in the password, or you can tell him what to do, and he's able to put in, and then the gate opens for him.
Automatically.
Automatically. So even if you are away, we can still connect it on your phone. So that if you want to open for someone at your house, for example, your house in Barara and you're in Kampala, and you want to open for the guest or whoever he is, you can use your phone. After identifying him, use your phone, and you're able to allow him into the house and all that.
Wow, that's another big one. On the other one of intrusion, I meant if the device senses some intrusion, is there a way I could silently be informed so that maybe I have a chance not to alert him that I know he's around, but at least I could use it to inform maybe the neighbors or something while inside my bed, and he won't know that I already know. I don't know if
yeah, it is possible. You can have silent vibrator.
As a notification.
Yes, as a notification.
Wow.
You can get informed and doesn't make that noise. You deactivate the alarm, but activate the siren.
Yeah, the
vibration. So that you get a notification, and then you're able to act accordingly when he's not aware. But normally we recommend that, because this is an event based and your purpose is to intervene. Yes.
Keep them away generally.
Keep them away. Yeah. If something happens, you need to scare them away.
Yeah, he needs to know
you need to intervene for the event. If it is a thief or if it is any other person with different intentions, you need to intervene that event. Yeah, we normally recommend that don't put it in silent. Just let it alarm, the person goes, and you secure what you want secure. Because at times when you put it in that, probably you're in a deep sleep and you didn't hear the call or didn't hear the message. The person moves on, does what he does, and at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense.
Wow, I think that was transitioning from a dog to electronic devices. While a dog uses I don't know what sense, smell, to sense any intrusion. These guys, I think yours use sensors.
Yeah, use sensors.
So they sense, and the barking of the dog is now the alarm. Exactly. And the guy takes off.
That's true.
Very, very interesting solutions over there. Do we have other solutions, security solutions at HomeScan that we haven't tackled yet?
Yeah. We have a number of them. We have intercom. Intercom, if you have any business, for example, a hotel or any other business, you're able to communicate. Yeah, different departments.
Oh, these ones you see in the hotels.
In the hotels,
okay.
And that. Then we have also the walkie-talkies.
The ones we know as radio call.
Yeah. Locally known as radio calls.
Yes.
Those help in different ways of communication. If, for example, you're doing any business, you can use them, and then that helps in communication. Or if even at home, you can use them. If any attack, maybe in the boys' quarter, they're able to communicate to you, or in a different way, because we have them in a big range, in a very big range, because the smallest we have goes for about 70 kilometers. The highest we have goes for about 250 kilometers.
How do they work? I've ever wondered, because I only see them in movie and we've only made fun of them over. I don't know, is that the same system?
Yeah, that's the same
that the police uses?
Yeah, the same system the police uses and the military uses, the UPDF here.
So the technology, well, I'm sorry if I'm getting into, because I know there's too much of Tobalabra, but how does it work? What's the functionality of that communication?
Well, it works through what we call frequency. Then you will find that at HomeScan. You'll need time to visit HomeScan, and then we demonstrate that for you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you. But the solution is there. The solution is at HomeScan. If you are planning to run that system and that mode of communication, then you know where to go in Mbarara. Let's go back a little bit to cameras. For example, I am thinking I want to venture into investigative, not journalism, but tracking to the last bit of it. If I'm planning to do that, do you guys also have spy cameras? We have seen on BBC someone is literally recording, and actually in movies is recording, but it's just like the way we see you. Do we have those cameras also?
We actually have about 6 different categories
of spy cameras.
Of cameras.
Of general cameras. Yes.
We have spy cameras you're talking about that are invisible, like this very button. Right now I don't have it.
Me. Yes. Okay.
But somehow I'm recording as well. We have.
I'm telling you.
We have.
Better hide your face.
We have such invisible cameras. We have those still spy cameras, but in different shapes. The bar like, the wall clock like, the different portraits like. We have different cameras. The same thing.
Of course, for security reasons, we're not going to mention all types, but like you said, if I need that solution, it is there.
It is there. It's available at HomeScan.
So imagine a bulb like, camera, wall clock like, then it's mentioned the button. While I was searching, I saw some are like screws. You're just going to sit somewhere and you don't know. So if you need that solution, it is also here in Mbarara, and all that is technology at play. We could talk about 2 or more solutions that we have there, and we should be able to getting ready to conclude.
Wow, interesting. We have now ventured into research. That's another component of HomeScan.
Yes.
Yeah, to know what exactly the community wants. Yes, because different communities have different challenges. There are those that have deployed different security solutions, but still they have challenges. So we are looking into that, and we are customizing different solutions to the really need of the community. That's what we're doing right now. And then 2 is that we are also looking into research and innovations. Having
some of these systems integrated into solutions.
I
have, when we put out the communication, I received, I think I will show you the message. I received a WhatsApp message from one of our security companies here in Barara. And his challenge was, they deploy their people with some of them with, of course, a gun and any other equipment. But the company was contracted to safeguard someone's property, but at night this guy moves out, just goes, and then comes back whenever, because he told me one way to curb it, he introduced inspections, random inspections, planned, some are planned, all of a sudden someone just passes by to inspect. But even then, someone already knows the formula. If I have already been inspected, I'm sure this guy is not coming back. So I mean, I'll just go and have some tea or have my chana sleep, and I am just going to come back like that. They are facing that. And of course, owners of properties are complaining. I do not know if from your research and innovation, if there is a way you could think about a solution.
That we have provided a number of solutions to that
already.
You can have a waterproofed.
I need to cut off this
GPS into the uniform they wear. You embed it in, and then you're able to see the movement. If I moved away from the point where I was dropped, then at the end of the day, the top management is able to see this person moved away from this point to point A, not point B, not point C. So what was the cause of this movement? It is able to give you the time and the mileage, what you the length of the distance you traveled. Yes.
Wow.
And
you know, these guys are smart. Once tomorrow, if they fire Sankara because of that, and the other day they fire Henry, we start now, we call our meeting and start, how are these guys getting to know us? If we suspect that maybe they are tracking their gun or they're tracking their clothes, and this time we are going to and leave them there. From the biometric side, could we innovate something to, I don't know?
The number of innovations we have on that, and the number of...
No, this is to say that from your research and innovation, do we have a chance to get a solution?
Because as I told you,
yes,
different communities have different challenges. We started the challenge, then we sit down and look at different angles on how to provide a solution. We have a number of prototypes that are in place that we are studying and working on, and if that comes into play, we look at it and then we develop a solution for it. So everything has a solution, and and has side its advantage.
We are coming to that, trust me, we are coming to that. There's someone who has been waiting, you guys are talking about all that, but those things, can we afford? What's the affordability of some of these things? The affordability, that's a very big question. Well, I want to assure you these locally developed here, because we started the process and then we come up with a solution. So it is affordable. The fact that it is developed here and goes through different prototypes and implemented here, it is affordable. So generally, let's first roll back now to the topic. Tech solutions for insecurity. Generally, the other ones that we have, still people have issues with affordability. Is it a question of mindset? I don't know.
Yes, that is very true. That's very true. With my experience is that our setting here in Africa, we always want things for free.
Or cheap.
Or very cheap. Yeah. And life is very expensive.
Wow.
Life is very expensive. And life goes with maturity. If you want to safeguard your life, it is expensive. But with HomeScan, we have different mediums. We have different platforms. We can implement and pay us in installments. If you want a quick one and a special one, then you pay, we install, and then that is it, we train. But we have different mediums that are affordable to the community, because we are looking at the commoner within the society. Yeah, how do we work with that person? Yes.
What I get from this is, yes, it is expensive, but from the life being expensive, his example, it depends really the property you're trying to safeguard. If it's a car of 50 plus million, well, even if actually it was 5 million, investing a system, how much is okay. No, we are not going to answer that, but yeah, investing a GPS car tracking system that is moderately not beyond 1M, or I don't know, but around that, if you're safeguarding a vehicle of 5 million, then he says it's worth it actually, installing such a system, and you're sure the property is safe. And that is to answer the question of affordability. It's been a long talk, and longer than expected, but we really needed to get the feel of knowing that actually some of the challenges that you worry about, then these solutions actually exist, and here in Mbarara. Let's look at the people that can visit HomeScan. We have a University of Science and Technology, Mbarara University of Science and Technology. We have Bishop Stewart University, and these other universities. We have young people trying to come up with solutions, like we said, and you already have the current technology. There are young guys that believe can integrate all your systems. For example, that's the challenge that we just talked about. In my mind at night, I was like, now what if we had, because you have the alarm systems, you have biometric systems, and then you have your kind of science that connects to the command center. So in my mind was thinking like, okay, this guy who says has a challenge of deployment and these guys keep leaving, what if we had a solution of randomly the guy is going to hear the alarm warning him, and then he was told, whenever you hear this sound, please come and put in your fingerprint to confirm that you're there. And this alarm is not timed, it's random. It could come, it could raise every after maybe 2 minutes, or it could raise whatever, it is random, so that you don't get to know that since it ran the last hour, it is going to come in the next. So maybe this guy keeps putting to confirm that he's there. That was randomly, but that is just a thought. If we have young people here at the university planning to develop such solutions and come and are your door open to young innovators thinking that way, that we could integrate together using the current technologies that you have?
Yeah, we have a research hub. We have welcomed different participants from different universities.
Wow.
And they all come together. We give them a challenge. They put heads together and come up with a solution, and then we validate the solution. For example, we already have about 5 teams, and we have students from Mbarara University, we have students from Bishop Stewart, we have students from KIU, we even have students from Macquarie. they're all together and coming up with different solutions. So with that, they present, and then we validate what they have presented. Then we go back to community.
Oh, well, I didn't know. We are going to organize a few more hackathons around this area, and I want you on camera to promise that that you're going to support, because Empower Youth in Technology is a tech hub, also is an innovation center. We have young people there seated even right now, though we've been much into software, but now I see you're opening doors to innovators that would wish to go hardware way and use technologies like biometric, generally all technologies that you have. So you're going to have a hackathon. Like we said, we bring challenges, they think of solutions, you guide as an expert and say, according to the current technologies, I think you could try this out. And that is going to be coming. If you're an innovator, then you need to say hooray to yourself. Dave, we took long. Let's end it with this. There are sankaras on the street. Someone did their IT or has an interest. I mean, you know this generation really. I've grown up watching movies and I've seen these technologies, I've seen these solutions. I'm wondering why they are not in Mbarara, why I'm not trying it out. Then there are those that, generally are looking to survive. One ways we like about entrepreneurs is that when they start HomeScan, then we think they are going to give us jobs. Some jobs are direct. You guys advertise and you want experience of 10 years, but you want someone who is 24 years old. So usually those former ones are for the chosen few. Are there opportunities, are there ways someone could actually earn from HomeScan in this, this talk of street smart? These guys who are very well smart and they are going to sit and think, are there ways we can eat around HomeScan?
Interesting. That's a very interesting question.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yes. HomeScan is open. It's open as long as you're professional in what you're doing. As long as you add value to it. As long as you have something interesting. It is open. It is open. You bring it on the table, you look at it, you validate it, and then you take in the task. Yes, open. However, we try to be professional in what we're doing. So we normally deploy people who really know what they're doing or who are willing to go professional.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So if I want to, we have seen several people having proxy companies. One advertises, please, we have cameras, we sell them, and but the backup he has is because he knows David exists. If I get a gig, I'm going to run there. Do you have a comment for those guys?
I want to say this. HomeScan has grown as a board of directors.
Yes.
And they make decisions on behalf of HomeScan. It's no longer running on an individual.
Someone says, okay.
Yeah. So they have to vet for you, and then they have to assess you. They have to go through the entire procedure of knowing that you're the right person for the task that you're taking. Because we always want to give the best.
Okay. I think that is to another level of agency. Someone wants to become maybe an agent, but I meant I go get a client and I come. Do we have a chance of commission in HomeScan?
Well, that's on the other business. I will bring the marketing manager here and the business.
Trust me, he's practicing the professional kind of traits that he just talked about, because maybe that would compromise the client here. But yes, thank you very much, Mr. David, for coming along. We've been worried about a few insecurity questions, and we are now feeling at home. At least we know this exists in Mbarara, and it's been so good to have you. Someone struggling to begin and become like you, that is always the last question for every other interview. Would have a simple advice for this guy.
Well, I've always well, you follow your mind. Follow your mind, you follow your dreams, you follow. Then work towards it. Because through your work, the input is equivalent output.
Wow.
So if you need A, you'll get out A. If you need B, you'll get out B. The world is open.
It's about what you put in.
It's about what you put in.
Wow. You put in A, you get A. That's a good one. And what could be a better way to end this? There's where we want to use this video here in our promotion. Let's end it like this. Let them hear from you where to find HomeScan and the communication channels we could get you via. Yes.
HomeScan is located in Mbarara, High Street, Traders Building, room number 1, near former Radio West offices. If you know where Radio West used to be, then you are at HomeScan. It's just near Star Times as you move down Mahembe Ginte.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. That was Mr. David Tumusiime. Trust me, the other name can't try. Yeah, but we've been having this gentleman here, and we've been looking at their tech solutions for insecurity in the nation. We are at a critical time. By the way, bomb detectors. We're living in a scare. Mbarara, we are maybe a little bit lucky. We are not yet hit by that, but we have those.
Yeah, we have a number of detectors. We have metal detectors. We have nuclear detectors. We have a number of them. But most of the clients use metal detectors.
Wow. Okay. That was made on purpose. We have to make sure that is emphasized. Now there is and there are bomb scares, and the police recently put out a call that please, if you look at anything suspicious, the numbers to call. But in case you have a place and you need to secure it with some of these equipments, the gentleman just told you we have metal detectors also in stock. We have you could easily detect or deter from these bomb scares. Otherwise, we are going to end it like that. It's been the Startup Talker. I've been Sankara Beruhanga. We are going to be catching up next Tuesday. Being supported by Guza UG. You need to visit www.guzaug.com. There we sell only products made in Uganda. If you need a product made in Uganda, you just need to run there. And in case you need fruits to find you in the office or at home, or vegetables or any other agro produce, you need to download the app called This Farm Shop app. We are going to deliver all products for you. In case you have you want apples be delivered to your channel, we are going to deliver those apples for you. Just order from Let's Farm Shop app that you download from Play Store. It is the Global Entrepreneurship Week. We are going to be having a few more activities tomorrow, Wednesday. We are hosting pitch session for university students, entrepreneurs. Any students, and you are at the university and you have some enterprise that you're running or some business, tomorrow is your day. We are going to be pitching. On Thursday, we are going to host young female entrepreneurs. In case you're a young female and you're running a business, let the world hear about what you do. And then on Friday, it's the climax of the Global Entrepreneurship Week here at Empower Youth in Technology. We are going to host Badia. Do you remember him? Apollo Badia is coming for a roundtable talk. You're going to sit around and discuss with him. And we're also going to have a few exhibitions in case you have something that you do and you're an innovator. We are going to do this on Friday. We are partnering with AWE, Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. and also the US Embassy in running that. Please don't miss, and please, let's celebrate this week of entrepreneurs. Till next Tuesday, it is the Startup Talk.